Okay, it's 8 o'clock at night, and I'm going to take a break from building my new battery to go over the power station review. Kind of dark, but you can see I got 4 Battle-Born batteries. They're 12 volt, 2 wired in series, and both of those sets wired in parallel give me 24 volts. I got a huge inverter right above that. It's a monster. That's one of my first mistakes when I started building my system. I got too small of an inverter, and it just couldn't do anything. In fact, it ended up costing me money because a lot of stuff burned out. So this time I went large and in charge. And back here there's a shunt down below. And this is a Victron solid state switch, which controls both inverters. I'll show you the other one shortly. This here is a smart switch for Alexa. That goes to my air conditioner, and I can explain that in a little bit. I got a 200 amp fuse. I got a 50 amp circuit breaker. I got a DC to DC converter that converts 24 to 12 volts. This is just my common block. So my ground goes here. All my negatives go here. I have 2 Ampinvt. Oh man, I probably mispronounced that. But MPPT controllers. Now this controls 2 sets of solar panels. One set is at 540 watts. The other set is at 600 watts. This is the piece of crap inverter that I initially had. Well, this is not the initial one. They sent this one to replace the initial one. This one here still is crap, because if I take this plug here and I plug it into the outlet here, it goes into overload right off. So really I only have half an inverter. It's just a very poor company. It took me 4 months of taking videos and trying to convince this guy that his inverter wasn't working. I even compared it to I forget, it seems like a 300 watt inverter. I'll post the video or a link to the video. I have 2 fuse boxes, a 12 volt and a 24 volt. The 12 volt for any of the DC devices that run off a cigarette lighter. I have a window fan, so this fan here, which cools off my inverter and my batteries, that's a 12 volt fan that I used to use for camping. And I also have the cigarette lighter outlet. I think that's all that I have on the 12 volt. 24 volt, that comes right off this controller. I have my shed lights, and I have the switch that goes to my transfer switch here. I have 2 main switches for my panel. So this is set 2, this is set 1. This is just the control boxes that tell what the controllers are doing. So I have 2 controllers. I have 2 sets. I generated 1.65 today. 1.65. Well, and that light's right there. 1.65 kilowatts today. It's pretty cloudy today. And on the other one, 1.56 kilowatts. Up here is a thermometer that's going. Pay no attention to this because it locks up all the time. That's why it's just disappearing. I found an alternative method to do that. An MPPT controller, or a solar panel combiner box. Wow, I can't talk now. Yeah, so this just runs the outlets inside the shed. The main inverter, the big inverter, runs part of the house. My pool, that little pole there, is also powered by it. I still got the refrigerator in here. So in order to turn off the system, I would have to hit this switch here off, which turns off the solid state switch, which where all my inverters are hooked up. Then I would have to hit this breaker in order to turn off the 12 volt. And then I would have to hit the main breaker in the house to turn off the electricity to this. This has, line power, my inverter power, and then if the solar is generating enough power, then it just transfers in between the two. And that's my solar setup. Like I said, I got 2 sets of solar panels up on the roof of this. One set is 540 volts. The other set is 6 100 watt panels. Oh, the Alexa thing here. So this is my idea in order to get rid of the thermometer here. I got Echo Plus device, which plays music, and I love to listen to music. But it also has an internal thermometer that you can actually act upon. So if it reaches 85 degrees in here, I can tell it to turn on the air conditioner. And once it reaches a certain temperature, it'll turn it off, which is really cool. That's it. Yep, I'll go into more detail. If you like my video, please hit like and please subscribe. I also have gardening tours. We're constantly doing different projects here. I hope to get up more videos. If you have any comments, please comment, and I'll see you later.